completely insane. Leia could be facing off against her this very moment. But I bet we can help her. Let's hurry.
Unraveling. All left alive will freeze here. This is where we die. Hold on! I am indomitable! Bear the pain, Veronique! Never surrender! I did terrible things to you. That drug, their cure, it twisted my mind. I put you in danger. I'm sorry. Please, I beg of you, nothing must leave this place. This cursed lab. Those cursed beings. Their test subject. Created from the legacy of the ruins. The two-faced Overseer. It cannot be allowed to live. Do me this one last favor. If you mean that red-headed stalker, she did pass through here. Back when I could still think straight. We were rivals once. In the end, she showed true compassion. I'm done. Head to the coast. Find Leia. I die as I lived, without regret. Remember me, Veronique of Grant.
Until the bitter end. But even if we could have helped her, it was far too late. At least her suffering is over. I hope she can be at peace and rest now.
I suppose I should expect to meet strange people in such a strange place. I smell blood on you. But interesting. It's the blood of alchemists. Still, that doesn't prove we aren't enemies. Let me get this straight. Quite by accident, you found an object belonging to the legendary Stalker at the zoo. If all that is true, can you show me this object? This is a photo of Leia and her 2 apprentices. This locket does belong to her. I'll take you at your word that you wish to help Leia. I'll trust you. For the moment. My name is mine to hold. But you have my word that I am not your enemy, nor Leia's. I consider any enemy of the alchemists an ally. Stay and rest a while. I'm tracking a dangerous relic the alchemists freed from the ruins. A calamity that is wreaking torment upon Krat. But the immense power of that relic wasn't enough to satisfy the alchemists. They also retrieved the remains of the ancient warrior that was protecting it, and conducted vile experiments on their finds. These experiments have yielded results already, transforming one test subject into a living weapon. I must stop this monster before they unleash it upon the city. If you plan to continue exploring this facility, take this horn. Blow it if you find the two-faced Overseer. No matter where you are in this facility, I'll hear it and come to your aid. I'm just someone fighting against the alchemists. I have my reasons, but I must hide my identity to protect the person most dear to me. I can't rest until I finish investigating the alchemists. If you're open to it, I would like to ask for your assistance. Legendary. Leia probably hates that title. She stepped up only because no one else could. Too many Stalkers were lost to that evil, murderous puppet. But a great title such as that comes with many risks. And now, Romeo is in danger. Leia is desperate to find any news of him. It must be even worse for her since she has lost an apprentice once before. Would you like to ask me anything more? Trouble erupted at the zoo, and Romeo went to deal with it alone. Leia and Romeo had their own brand of justice. I wouldn't call them vigilantes, but they did their best. Regardless, Romeo could handle himself. Nothing should have troubled him on this mission. But he went missing. It's possible that this is some old grudge coming back to stab Leia in the back. Being the legendary Stalker does make you a constant target to resentful enemies. Leia maintains several places along the coast that she uses as base camps. I'd seek her out in that area. Take a look at this. This tree. What could it possibly be? It looks almost human-like. I dare not imagine what plans they have for it. But I'm certain this tree bears significance. The Rose Estate, you say? I have heard whispers, mere rumors really, that an underground tram runs to the estate. If true, the tram should be at the end of this very facility. How interesting. I don't know how you got your hands on that mask, but I hope you aren't trying to impersonate me. I would hate for my trust in you to be broken. If you find the Overseer, be sure to blow the horn. No matter where you are in this facility, I will come find you.
Well met, Master Stalker. Are you well? Oh my, you found my bag. Thank you. It may look ordinary on the outside, but the inside is filled with treasure. In fact, I'm quite certain it contains items you may find particularly useful. As a reward, I would be glad to sell some to you, huh? Well met, Lamacchio. Oh, you just missed him. He left in a rush after receiving some documents. As the leader of the bastards, he is a busy fellow, you know. The legendary backbreaker, you mean? No, I've heard nothing about her. All I know is that she is far too rough on ordinary citizens when rescuing them. Please tell her that from me if you see her. Oh, my back still aches. How will I ever reach the Rose Estate in this condition?
Those steps. I remember you. You're the one who helped me with my painting. Is something the matter? What have you there? I smell ink, turpentine, and oil paint. You found my art supplies. I thought these gone forever when I lost them. And to think, a stranger would bring them back to me. Thank you. It's as if you've gifted me the light that I seek. Now, I can finally follow the path and complete my painting. My masterpiece. I have very little to give in return, but have this as a token of my gratitude. Now, I can...
think our test subject is behind that door. Where else could it be? Nerves of steel, buddy. All right, now let's show this overseer who it's dealing with.
overlooked you. So this is where you've been hiding, Abomination. A hard-fought victory over a dangerous opponent. But we have granted its soul eternal rest. May this creature which woke to misery find peace. You showed great skill during this fight. You must have had a great teacher. In fact, your fighting style reminds me of someone. Well, my mission here is complete. I'll make my way to Hotel Krat from here. If you're looking for more clues about the alchemists, you should head there as well. Well, my mission here is complete.
I need more time. I'm coming, Romeo. I swear I won't be late. Not again. Not like I was with Carlo.
Well, if it isn't the lad who stalks the legendary Stalker. I didn't see you there. Are you hurt anywhere? No, you're not. So very glad to know you are unharmed, my good fellow. Like me, surely you've heard of the tragedy of the Zelator underground facility. Such a loss. And Veronique, to think she met such a horrible end. It rends my very heart in two. We disagreed on nearly everything, but there was respect. And on her part, greatness. I must know. Did she say anything to you before she died? The legendary Stalker. And you know where she's going? If you do, there may be a way we can offer her a bit of assistance. The Rose Estate. Ah, you are perhaps seeking the Alchemist tram. There was a tram here once, a long time ago, but it was deep underground. Deeper than here. You can keep looking for it, but that tram to the Rose Estate's been out of commission for ages. I had assumed Veronique's Vanguard took it down for, permanent maintenance. But you might yet be in luck. If you're looking for a route to the sea, take this. This key was given to me by an alchemist before he expired. He claimed it opened a secret passage to the coast. You can get more use from that key than I. Just past the ruins of the tram station, you'll see an entrance. Not sure why I held on to it. I just had a feeling it could be useful to someone. This is alchemist territory. One might say this place is where all the ergo we use comes from. But the alchemists found something else underground. Something so dangerous, most of them fled. They'd say, retreated. Only mining puppets left in there now, still working away. But that doesn't make it safe. Let caution be your watchword. Me? I had some things to look into, investigating this and that. As it happened, I took a rather pointless detour. But I'm still doing my best, trying to, do something good. Veronique was my rival, but was she a hero? Yes, and did seeing her lead me to self-reflection? Yes, it did. And as I reflected, I've learned I simply do not have the courage for, self-sacrifice. I'm no hero. There is no greatness within this coward's body. It seems I'm really nothing like her. Oh, I've only heard rumors. I certainly haven't seen it in person. I've heard alchemists found it sealed away in the ruins deeper underground. Now, I don't buy this, but my sources claim the discovery was alive. But not human. Perhaps that is why the alchemists seem to have cleared out. You heard something more?
You made it out of the underground facility. I'm glad you're okay. Speaking of which, I see you have an alchemist cipher machine. These are devices used to store confidential information. Decrypting it should reveal what the owner's hidden, but it requires a matching key. Luckily, I found a few during my travels. If I might, I will take it off your hands. I can't offer anything in exchange, but if I can unlock it, we could gain valuable insight about the alchemists. We share a common enemy, so I would like to offer my cooperation. Any enemy of the alchemists is a friend of mine. Come to me anytime. Let's unlock it and see what's inside. We're in luck. It still functions. This reminds me of a tale I once heard about the ghost crocodile. that haunts the zoo. Most people thought it was an urban legend, but I'd always found it troubling. Find the mounted crocodile at the zoo. It might provide a clue. Any enemy of the alchemists is a friend of mine. You investigated the mounted crocodile? So, Colonel Little was murdered. Most likely the taxidermist as well. To do something like this just to take control of the zoo. It seems human lives are nothing but tools to them. I'm glad you revealed the truth to their lies. You are a force for good. I am honored by our continued partnership. Any enemy of the alchemist. I'm unsure if I should even tell you this. Leia suffers from the petrification disease. She hides it from the world, but she can't fool me. I have no idea how long she has left. But for someone like her, it is a wretched, tragic fate. There's very little to be done to help her. It is frustrating. Since Leia and I are not strangers to one another, I have been seeking a cure, but so far to no avail. The official statement is that the alchemists are developing a cure, but I would be wary of any help they offered. Perhaps a true cure will be found someday, but there is nothing we can do for her right now. I gave Leia painkillers that help her endure the worst of the disease. Regardless, it must be difficult. Please help her by fighting at her side. In this moment, what she needs is an ally. Have you seen what's behind the hotel? Another tree that bears gold coin fruit. I believe the alchemists are attempting to reproduce this tree. Perhaps, I hope anyway, this tree is linked to the cure. I did some investigating on my own. As I suspected, Romeo's disappearance is linked to Leia's history. Perhaps you don't know. Long ago, Leia neutralized an infamous killer puppet. This act may be part of its revenge. At the moment, we know nothing of this puppet's whereabouts. That is what troubles me most. Look into the name, Arlecchino. I worry about Leia. This may be a fight she cannot face alone. If you can, please lend her your strength.
You heard something more? Did you say Arlecchino? Where did you hear that name? The blood artist. The puppet the legendary Stalker hunted down to earn her title. His true name was Arlecchino. Of course, I've heard plenty of rumors. In my profession, how could I not? What I know for certain is that once Leia Florence brought him to heal, the alchemist took him. Where? Who knows? All records of Arlecchino and the Blood Artist have disappeared. One might even call it suspicious. Sadly, that's all I have for you.
You could say we found a silver lining. Because it's, You know what? Never mind. Mind. Nice to know the tram's not the only way out, huh?
Charlie! You'll never believe what happened. I was readying this new puppet to be your guide, but it broke. Sorry, so very sorry. But perhaps if you go further inside, I can somehow meet you halfway. This is wearing thin. I agree. But please, just listen to my tale. I beg of you. Your objections will fall by the wayside. Please. I am Alexander. I'm an alchemist. A loaded word, I know, but I'm friendly. I promise. I'm rather well known in their ranks. Before all this happened, I was in charge of a crucial experiment. Yes, brains and charm. It's a truly incredible experiment. Its importance is incontrovertible. I just wish I could show you. Well, as I said, these puppets aren't really me. I'm controlling them remotely since, well, you think I want to look like this puppet? I'll have you know that I'm known for brains and beauty. It's true. Perhaps then it was vanity. Perhaps I let my effortless good looks go to my head. Whatever the reason, there was an incident. All right, a date. I was on a date with the daughter of one of the most important alchemists. Apparently, he didn't approve. So, there was a huge ruckus. Someone put a bag over my head, and when I came to, I was locked in this ridiculously dark place. I would like to get out of here. I'm trapped somewhere so dark, I can't even see my hands in front of my face. And it's so quiet. I think they locked me in a box or a coffin. But I can still think, and that means I'm not dead. Ha! Anyhow, come and get me out, please. This whole guide my savior using a series of available puppets plan isn't working out, is it? But I know you'll still come and save me, because I know what you are, and that's a hero.
Jesus was that?
Rizora needs Ergo. Rizora needs a friend. So happy to see you again. I tried to go to the Rose Estate. The white butterfly was helping. But maybe it was too far. Heart slowing, stopping. Can you give Ergo? Rizora needs Ergo. Thanks. With this, I can move. I can dance. Here, Rizora has a gift for you. It's another treasure I found on my trip. Rizora will follow the white butterfly. It will take me to the Rose Estate. I don't know what is waiting for me there, but I do know what I want. I want you there with me, my forever friend. You like to dance too! Dance with Rizora! You're sweet. I heart you too.